Most carnivals, I can't even say the word. Most festivals usually conspire with bright lights, fun entertainment, maybe the odd circus or two, and also the idea of having fun and being happy. Unfortunately, there are other types of festivals, horror festivals, for example, scary places, that does the complete opposite, but is still generally as fun as possible, providing you're interested in that. And just because you're interested in the fun part doesn't mean that someone else isn't there to just be scared, or someone else isn't there to witness the glory of the lights, for example. When I do my lighting shows, I do it because I enjoy it. After seeing the fifth or the sixth show, I do confess that they become so automatic to me that I could end up doing something else while just hitting the button. But that doesn't mean that I don't enjoy the show as much as I enjoyed it then. I love every minute of it. It's what I am, and it's who I am. Imagine if you're really small. Say you're so small, about this big. A huge carnival would be very, very scary. Like Jiminy Cricket. A normal carnival for him would be quite scary. But he still chooses to go with Pinocchio. And maybe, hopefully, he can share his own ideal festival with his best friend. This story is a Pinocchio story, and it's called Imagine That. The carnival was in town, and Pinocchio couldn't wait to see it. He grabbed his friend Jiminy Cricket, and off they went. Pinocchio was awed by the marvellous sights. "That elephant is amazing," he said. "I suppose," said Jiminy politely. Next they came to a lion's cage. The big cat opened his mouth and roared. "Look at those teeth!" Pinocchio marvelled. Jiminy Cricket nodded. "Yeah, they're pretty big, it's true." Then they saw a giraffe. "What a long neck!" Pinocchio marvelled. Jiminy Cricket nodded. "Yeah. Giraffes are all right, I guess," said Jiminy, with a shrug. Pinocchio was confused. "If you don't like elephants, lions or giraffes, what kind of carnival animals do you like?" Pinocchio asked. "Fleas," said Jiminy. "Fleas?" Pinocchio said, even more confused. "Come on, I'll show you," said Jiminy. Jiminy led Pinocchio to a tent with a sign that read Flea Circus. Inside, Pinocchio saw a tiny merry-go-round and little swings. There were small animal cages and a little trapeze. There was even a tiny big top with 3 miniature rings. But no matter how hard he looked, Pinocchio could not see any fleas. "That's because there aren't any fleas," Jiminy explained. "What's the point then?" Pinocchio asked. "The point is imagination," said Jiminy. "Why, you can do anything with your imagination. You can even see the fleas at the flea circus." Pinocchio laughed and joined in the game. "That flea is going to jump through a ring of fire," he said. "I hope he makes it." "Ooh, now the fleas are doing acrobats," Jiminy declared. "Oh, look, they've made a flea pyramid," said Pinocchio, "and the flea on top is standing on his hands." After they had watched the flea circus for a long while, it was time to go home. "What did you think of the flea circus?" asked Jiminy Cricket. "It was the most amazing circus I've ever seen, and I didn't really see it at all," Pinocchio replied. "Yes, indeed, you imagined it," said Jiminy Cricket. "Imagine that." And as far-fetched as that sounds, there really is a genuine flea circus that does rely on the imagination. It was originally created with fleas and small bugs, but the cruelty that went with the flea circus disbanded it many years ago. Now, anyone who owns a flea circus relies on small tricks like, oh, when you see a flea circus, see if you can use your imagination. See if you can work out what the fleas are doing. Will you even work out how it's done now? I'll see you again real soon. By the way, I apologise for these two videos being late. I was busy on Saturday and I have had a day of technical difficulties, hence why my previous video today has been really, really late. But I promise I will try and be less tardy from now on. On a top note, I hope to see you again real soon. Bye for now.